Hey, what up, YouTube? I got to keep this brief because I got to go back home for the kids. But I watched this YouTube the other day, and basically the summary was like, yeah, the world is crazy and all these power struggles and, you know, people fighting over dominance and politics and all this. But, like, what's really underneath, bro? Like, what's the real story? What's, like, the depth underneath? And, I believe in idealism, and I think that, like, everything is conscious. And who cares about power when you really, like, don't you want to understand the true nature of reality? And to me, this is kind of like the Buddha's, like, two arrow parable. If you're unfamiliar, basically, um, so there's a guy, I think, soldier. I mean, it's a guy. I don't remember what his station is like, but anyway, he gets shot with the arrow, and he's like, I'm bleeding, but I refuse to take the arrow out unless I find out who shot it, what his name is, like what his deal, why he shot me, what's going on. And the parable is meant to talk about how we have like two layers of problems in life. The first layer is, the physical demands, the emotional demands, like the things we have to do in life. But then the second level is all our obsession about it, needing to get to the bottom of it, needing to figure it out, needing to like feeling like impotent until we figure it out, until like if we can't get to the crux of it, then we can't even take a look at pulling out the arrow. And that's what it reminded me of. I think it also reminds me of like, say you're playing a board game with your friends, right? And you start losing. And then you're like, oh, well, it's just a game. Like, what is it really? Like, there's a deep reality behind the game. Obviously, there's a deep reality behind the game because you're playing a game. You're choosing to embody the role of the game. So if you just quit, that's lame, right? And we're in this life. Is there a deeper reality? Maybe, probably, possibly. But, like, we're here now. We're mammals right now. We want, like, power over our own lives, over our loved ones' lives. We want safety for ourselves, for our loved ones, ideally for our entire culture, society, ecosystem that sustains us, right? Anything like not considering that is just delusional, and the modern world is delusional. And the dude in the video, he talks about, oh, well, who knows what's really going on with politics, and it's a distraction. People are lying to you anyway. And that's all true. But the answer is not like, oh, so let's just contemplate our navel and yeah, it was one sentence. I forgot what the sentence was, but it was basically like, well, you shouldn't worry about that until you get to the crux of reality. And people have been trying to get to the crux of reality for, since humans have been existed, since proto-humans have existed. Probably freaking chimpanzees are thinking about stuff like this, in their own primitive way. And, not to say we shouldn't think about it and that we're not going to ever get closer and closer to the truth, but you got to live your life. Your life is the most important. Like the power, the control you have over your own body, your own health, your own family, your own mental well-being. The things we're here, man. We're here. We're alive. We got to take care of ourselves right now, right here in this body, in this life. Do we have all the information? We don't have all the information. Should we seek more information? We should seek more information. But should we not do anything? Should we not exist here now? Should we not plant our feet on the floor? Should we not? Yeah. I just find a lot of these, these mental models. To me, it's just religion. It's just more religion. It's religion for people who think they're smarter than religious people. It's just another flavor of woo, the quantum physics, but who really knows? Therefore, whatever I want to believe is possible. No, like investigate with your eyes, with your senses in this body, because you're here in this body, you're here in this reality, and I get it. I've had, psychedelic experiences, I've had altered states, but they're irrelevant unless you can bring it back to the present moment, bring it back to this body, this reality. I took 5-MeO DMT, and my friend was there, and her boyfriend at the time was some like shaman, and they were chanting and banging some chimes or something, and I just was like, wow, this is kind of ridiculous. And I also had the idea like, this is not special. This is no more special than right now. No more special than me scratching my cheek or, rushing around with the kids, trying to eat something, riding my bike, stressing out, not stressing out, in deep sleep. It's all equal. It's all equally important. Everything you do is equally important. So don't get caught up in some, are the trees conscious? Probably the trees have their own level of consciousness. Is the concrete conscious? Probably not, but maybe it is. Who knows? Who cares? How does that affect me? How does that affect people around me? How does that affect the environment? If thinking the earth is conscious helps people take care of the earth, um, I mean, what's really important is like what's real in this reality, like the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink. That's what's real. Is there another level? Maybe. Deal with what you got. Deal with what you got. Deal with what you can do. Don't get caught up in abstraction, because it really makes you no better than a religious person, because it is a religion. So anyway, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I just felt like called to say all this. I got to run. Bye.